There is a mistake in this sentence. Can you see it? This is a sentence I hear all the time, every day, when I'm working with professionals who use English as a second language to communicate at work. They seem to use this sentence a lot. So, if you can't see the mistake in this sentence, or if you can and you'd like to know more about it, then that's what we're going to talk about today. My name is Chris. This channel is Breakout Business English, and I am a full-time professional business English coach and tutor. Let's get started. I am agree. What's wrong with this sentence? Well, let's start with this. What kind of word is agree? Is it a noun, a verb, an adjective, something else? Any guesses? Agree is a verb. It's a doing word. It's something we do. So, I walk, I eat, I sleep. Agree is a word like this. What this means is that we can't use it with am in this way. I am agree. I wouldn't say I am eat my lunch at my desk or I am walk to work every day. So we shouldn't do this with agree either. It's a verb. That means we can go directly from our subject, I, to our verb, agree. I agree. And this is a great sentence. We use am with adjectives. I am tall, I am short, I am excited. And we use it with continuous verbs. I am walking to work. Can I call you later? Or I'm eating my lunch. I'll finish that later. But we don't use it with infinitive verbs, those basic verbs: walk, eat, sleep, agree. So our sentence here is I agree. So how can we make this negative? If I want to make the sentence I agree negative, a very common mistake here is to use I am not agree. I'm not agree with you. I'm not agree with you. Well, there are two ways to do this. We can make the word agree negative. And this would be, begins with a D. This is disagree. I disagree. But disagree actually sounds quite formal. I think that most native speakers would build this sentence in a different way. And that is, I don't agree. I don't agree. So with most verbs, we can make them negative by adding the word do and then making the verb do negative. I don't walk to work. I drive. Or I don't eat lunch at my desk. I like to sit outside. It's nice out there. So, I agree and I don't agree. These are our two basic sentences to communicate this idea. Okay, so now that we have two good sentences, I agree and I don't agree, how can we emphasize these? How can we stress these ideas if we really, really, very agree or disagree with someone? Let's take a look at a couple here. Completely is a great word to add. I completely agree or I completely disagree. If we're using these emphasizing, stressing words, then we're probably going to use disagree to show this negative agreement here. I completely disagree. Notice the ly on the end of completely. This is an adverb. We use adverbs to describe verbs and often adjectives too. What other adverbs could we use here? Absolutely is a good one. I absolutely agree with you. Or I absolutely disagree with you. How about fully? I fully agree, or I fully disagree with you. Less common in the negative form, this one, though. I fully disagree, not as common. I fully agree is a great one there. Or maybe a little bit more formal, we could say strongly. I strongly agree, or I strongly disagree. Definitely sounds a little more formal there. Okay, let's have a fun one. This is 100%. I 100% agree with you. Or I agree with you 100%. Or, of course, I 100% disagree with you. Let's finish with a phrase here, a full sentence. And this is, I couldn't agree with you more. It's a really strong statement and sounds a little formal too. I couldn't agree with you more. And yeah, we can use this to disagree as well. I couldn't disagree with you more. So there we go. There's some really important grammar around the word agree, dealing with a mistake that I see every day, and also some great words to emphasize and stress the word agree or the word disagree. There is one way that we can use am with agree, and that is if we use the noun form. It's definitely more formal, but we could say, I am in agreement with you. I am in agreement with you, but definitely more formal. So I mentioned that we can use I am, that's the verb to be. I am, you are, he is, she was. All of these are the same verb, the word to be. I mentioned that we can use this with ing continuous verbs, but with agree, we don't usually do this. I am agreeing with you is not a very common phrase, not a very common sentence. The reason is that agree is what we call a stative verb. Stative verbs tell us a fact about something. They tell us information about the current state or status of something. They don't have this feeling of an action in progress. So words like understand, I understand, I know, I think. Far more common to hear these in the infinitive form, I understand, I think, I know, rather than I am understanding you, or I've been knowing my best friend for 10 years now. This doesn't quite sound right. There are lots of verbs that are stative, and agree is one of them. So it's kind of strange to hear I am agreeing with you, and far more common to hear I agree with you. I know, I understand, I agree. There are lots of other words, some that end with ly and some that don't, that we can use to emphasize and stress and focus on agreement and disagreement. If you can think of any others, put them down in the comments and let's start a conversation. If you would like to see a little of the work that I do every day with professionals around the world, then why not watch this video where I take a look at and discuss the English skills of Jack Ma, the CEO and founder of Alibaba. And I'll see you next time.